Let me make a bold statement for you here. Buyers now know they are damn well in control. It is a buyer's market. If you don't make me move, I ain't moving. I'm going to wait. I think it's going to go lower. I think I can find a better deal. I'll find someone that's more motivated. They'll walk away over $1,000 negotiation back and forth because they feel like they can wait. They don't feel like the market's going up. They feel like if they do wait, it might go down. So the fact is, if we look at what's really going on right now, their ambition level is not that high. Frankly, the calmer they are, less emotion, more financial, strategic, they feel they're going to get a better deal. So you almost have to make them take action. But the people that are moving right now, mortgage rates are crazy high, which, by the way, mortgage rates have been dropping the last 2 weeks. It's been kind of quiet because the news doesn't want to talk about that. It's been dropping so much that a lot of these mortgage companies are now emailing everybody saying, hey, now's a good time for you to refinance. Can you believe that refinances are at an all-time high for the last 2 years? They are higher than they've been in the last 2 years because it went down 0.5% or something like that. And people are so worried about what they're paying right now. I think it's way too early to refinance. But of course, the banks want the money from doing that. So there's really only two types of buyers that are moving right now. Number one, people that don't need a mortgage. Myself, I'm buying right now. I'm buying homes and I don't even like real estate. I'm not even an investor in my mind, but I'm like, man, the deals are too freaking good right now. Because I understand marketing, because I know what I'm doing, the deals are just way too good here. So this has been a big eye opener that if rates are 7%, 8%, 9%, however high they would go, those that don't need mortgages look at it as a better opportunity. Well, when you look at today's marketplace, one of the big advantages we have here is that home values are higher than they've been in a long time. And it looks like they've stabilized, starting to go down in some areas. That is kind of an area specific thing. But these baby boomers that thought they would age in place, they would stay where they're at forever. Of course, you would not sell an asset if it's appreciating at $100,000 a year. Why would you ever sell that thing? I'll stay here forever. I'm getting an extra $100,000 a year. Of course I'm going to stay. Well, that's not the case now. They're getting more budget conscious. So now this pent up demand, which means the people that should have sold in 2020 because their kids were already off to college, and then 2021, and then 2022, and 2023, and 2024, now half of 2025, they haven't sold. There's a lot of pent up demand. And they're like, you know what? We're thinking we want to downsize. The advantage is right now, they still have enough equity, at least 50% equity, if not 100, that they can buy their next place for cash. So if you are dealing with buyers that are freaking out about the mortgage rates, you're dealing with the wrong buyers. You need to go after people that don't even know what the mortgage rates are and don't care because they don't borrow money anymore. They're way past that phase. And age demographics matters. NAR put out a stat that showed the average first-time buyer is now 38 years old. First of all, just before Independence Day, let me tell you, I'm embarrassed for America that you're 38 years old before you ever own a house. But that's the reality. Hell, they're refinishing the basement so that they can move in and have a condo downstairs. The kids are moving back in with the family. This multi-generation household is bigger than it's ever been before. And that was before pricing got crazy, by the way. That is not because of house prices. That is now, but that was happening beforehand, that it became normal. Man, when I was young, when you were young, you couldn't wait to turn 16 years old so you can get a car and get away. You couldn't wait to turn 18 or 19 to get an apartment and get away. Now all they're doing is trying to figure out how they can stay on their parents' insurance until they're 26. They don't have to go rent anywhere. They're still at 58 years old. They're still on their parents' cell phone plan. Like all of those problems that exist today, maybe we should be working with that 1 or 2 generations above that's in a different phase where now they don't need a mortgage. So it doesn't matter if it's 7, 8, 9%. They don't care because they're paying cash. That's a niche you want to think about. But rolling from that, look at what I would call, and I've got my notes here I'm looking at, I taped them to my laptop, looking at all of the other buyers that are using a mortgage but are willing to buy right now. What are they? They're value shoppers. They know they're in control. Whoever controls the money controls the market. So they know they're in control. So they are a value shopper. They're shopping for interest rate. That's how new construction's grabbing them, because they'll build that into the deal. By the way, you can build it into the deal too. You can say, this home is available at 5.5% interest with pre-arranged financing. You have to use this lender, you have to use this program, you got to pay a point, you got to do a whatever. You could do the same damn thing they're doing. You ever seen new construction? Their disclosure is like this big at the bottom with fine print. So yes, you could do that. Not saying you should, but that is an option because buyers are shopping interest rate. Next is pre-market homes. So they're looking for good deals. Pre-market, beat other buyers to the best deals. It's a really good rap for you to say, look, a lot of the best homes sell before they ever hit the open market. If you work with me, I can get you access before they're publicly listed. If you're waiting and looking on Zillow every day and you'd like to do it yourself, you're looking at the leftover homes. The savvy buyers are buying before they hit the open market. That's a really good offer, particularly if you can really fulfill that, which you can with the Greg Luther letter. So that's a good one. And of course, pre-foreclosure deals. Pre-foreclosure estate deals. They don't want distressed houses. They want distressed sellers. That's good languaging for you to use, by the way. Write that down. Are you looking for a distressed house or are you looking for a distressed seller? Are you looking for a fixer-upper house or a fixer-upper seller? You want a seller that's distressed where, it's a divorce situation and they just want $20,000 less to get rid of the thing instead of a roof that's falling in and it needs $20,000 in repairs before you can even get financing. That's what we're looking for.
Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you're never going to see me again. I consistently put out regular content, and it's extremely helpful for real estate agents to grow their business. I want to keep you up to date on what's working so that you're in the know, and you can take action accordingly. So be sure that you like and comment here, but most importantly, make sure you follow, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on anything. I'm here to help you in growing your business, and I'd love to do so. Follow right now.